check them out. A section on Bitcoin and Ethereum. How did this emerge? This is the Bitcoin paper. Satoshi Nakamoto wrote this, changed the world. It was 2008. It was a Halloween night, yeah? This was published on Halloween. And it changed the world as we know it. Who is he? We don't know. He or she, we don't know. We just know that Satoshi Nakamoto is an anonymous person. If we had known his or her identity, they could be in danger. Why? Governments, central banks, CIA, big banks, they are all after him or her. Yeah, he would be or she would be arrested. Yeah, so no one owns the Bitcoin. There is no way to regulate it. Blockchain is the tech genie. It's outside the lamp. No one can prevent it. No government can prevent it. CIA cannot prevent it. American government cannot prevent it. Chinese government, they can't do nothing about it. Like nobody can do anything about it. Right? That's the beauty of it. So no one can prevent it. It will dominate the world in the upcoming decades. And people believe in this idea. It will transform the world. Like millions of people right now believe in this idea. So what is a blockchain? It's a digital ledger. It is encrypted. It is peer-to-peer. It is based on data sharing, and it is decentralized. Nobody owns it. Nobody controls it. And that's the beauty of it. So it is transforming all financial systems as we know it. It is transforming all the banking systems as we know it. This is the internet of value, internet of money. This is the new internet of assets and value. So you can capture value, you can create value, and you can control value as an individual. For the first time in history, you can independently control your finances, control your assets. You can buy it, sell it. Nobody can prevent it. Okay? And that's the beauty of this system. It will transform the world as we know it. It will dominate the whole financial future. So, by one rough estimate, half of the world's billionaires will be crypto billionaires. When the price of Bitcoin reaches 200,000, they will be a whole new kind of billionaire. They are very young, technologically literate. They don't trust in governments. Why? Government monies are down and down and down. Inflation is up, up and up. Inflation means government is stealing your money from your pockets every day. They are stealing your money from your pockets. So you cannot depend on your salary. You cannot trust your government, never. Because you are losing money every day. Think about the value of the dollar compared to 100 years ago. 99% of the value of the dollar has gone. It has elevated. The same for world currencies. All their value is gone. But every day that you keep money, just traditional money, you will lose it. You are losing it. Why? Due to inflation. Therefore, you need to take control of your own finances, independence, as an individual. You can do this only in this new system. Bitcoin, Ethereum, blockchain technologies, entities, non-fungible tokens. That is the way to go. Yeah? These are the new systems of capturing value, creating value, and achieving your financial independence. Remember what happened in Venezuela? When the government collapsed and the economic crisis was worse and worse and worse, the only people who went out of Venezuela were the people who had Bitcoin. Those were the only ones who could escape. So remember that. Like if you want to secure yourself in the future, you need to invest, increase your knowledge about these new currencies. Why is this so critical? Because it is transforming the world as we know it. Millions of new people are being integrated in the global economy. You can protect your rights through immutable records. That's the beauty of non-fungible tokens, right? You can authenticate your artwork. You can create a true sharing economy. You can enable citizens to own, monetize their data. And you unleash a new age of entrepreneurship. So it is all about government by people. People managing themselves. People taking control of themselves. And watch this TED Talk by Diane Tapscott, why this is a huge revolution. Okay. So I joined BitCloud. Again, this is a Web 3.0 website. You can read more about it. But Web 3.0 is the new paradigm. Okay? It is the new paradigm. Why is it a big deal? Because it is decentralized. It is transparent. You can own it, and it is decentralized. So, my recommendation, like, try to learn more about blockchain, Bitcoin, Ethereum. There is enormous volatility, of course, yeah. But don't be scared of that volatility. If you think long term, for the next decade or so, in a couple of years, I think in your investment portfolio there has to be a room for cryptocurrencies, especially two things, Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's my belief. That's why I invested heavily in, especially Ethereum. I put all my savings in the last couple of months into Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is not financial advice, by the way. Okay, so that's my personal view. Okay? But I'm doing it. Why? Because I have a faith in this new financial future. I believe in a financial future that is independent of governments and big banks. Why? Because these big banks and governments, they keep screwing us. And they will continue doing so. And you experience it every day through inflation. There has to be a new way. And that new way is this cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's why they are changing the world, as you know. And nobody can control it. Nobody can censor it. Okay, I'll stop here. In the next part, I included this website, Wait But Why. It is excellent. Elon Musk, how does he innovate? There's a blog post about that. So you can read about that. Tesla. Everybody drives a gas car and he makes electric cars, right? So how does he do that? Step by step. Neuralink, again, step by step. How does he do that? And SpaceX, how does he do that? So how do you change the world? Step by step. That's the Elon Musk formula, yeah? And make sure you learn about these universal mental models. This is a huge map that you see here. Make sure you learn about all the concepts here. There are dozens of concepts here. We call them mental models. These are the things that will save your future. All the millionaires, billionaires, they know a lot about these mental models. These are beyond disciplines, okay? These are beyond disciplines. These are transdisciplinary. If you learn these, then you have a chance to control the future and to control your world in the future. So problem solving, network building, cognitive biases, behavioral changes, compound interest, that's one of the most important ones, compound interest, prioritization, cause and effect, goal setting, meta tool usage and creation, learning how to learn, taking care of opportunities and using the scientific method and problem solving. So if you figure these out, if you figure out these laws, mental models, then you can create the future. And Jeff Bezos, why is he so successful? He's using all these mental models. Elon Musk, why is he so successful? Because he's using all these mental models. Think of these as the branches of basic human knowledge. If you know the main branches of this human knowledge tree, then you figure out how the world works. You figure out how the world works, and then you become widely successful. That's why I recommend you to learn more about this. Michael Simons writes a lot about this on Medium. Michael Simons, you can read his work. And Bill Gates is one of the people who uses a lot about this, right? Mental models. So if you watch.
I want my brain to stop working.
What's your favorite food? Hamburger. What do you eat for breakfast? Nothing. What is your worst fear?
I don't want my brain to stop working.
Bill is a multiprocessor. He'll be reading something else, but then processing at the same time. It's chaos. He thrives on complexity. He makes a framework in his mind, and then he starts slotting in the information.
If something doesn't line up, and he gets really frustrated, it's scary.
But when Bill stills himself, he can pull ideas together that other people can't see.
At Microsoft, I worked night and day, and that was how I made sure Microsoft stayed ahead.
I could be so extreme.
You never understood the first thing about this.
Microsoft hit a new record high on Wall Street.
Rivals paint a dark picture.
He'll do whatever he can to capture more of the market.
Our mother wanted him to focus on community and family.
I gave my mom a hard time not following what she wanted.
You don't raise a family hyper-focused in your head.
Each one of us has to start out with developing his or her own definition of success.
I had the wrong way of looking at things. In life, you have to decide what's important in the world. I look at energy, climate change, and disease eradication. It's important that we start deploying solutions unnaturally fast.
We are running out of time.
He comes to look at problems from unusual angles.
There hasn't been innovation in nuclear energy for 25 years.
What are the odds of getting the job done?
If you want to make a dent in this, you better think in wholesale magnitudes.
He's at his best when the deck is stacked against him.
There's many challenges.
This is harder than I expected.
Ultimately, it's not what you get. It's what you become.
Again, like you need to read and learn a lot about these billionaires. Like read about life stories of Elon Musk, let's say, or Oprah, or Bill Gates, or Warren Buffett. You'll learn so much about business and about the world. This is a great book. Again, I recommend Bold, How to Go Big, Create Wealth, Impact the World. It's all about exponential technologies, how they will transform the world, psychology of bold people, how do they do it, and new tools. So how can you positively impact the world and create wealth at the same time? It's a book that tackles that. I also recommend this book. This is a book I discovered very late in my life, unfortunately. Let me just say, this is a terrible book. If you have a belief and love in humanity, this book will erase it completely. This is one of the worst books ever written about power, how power works. Okay, it's a classic. So everybody who cares about power reads this book. What is it called? 48 Laws of Power. Robert Greene. He's a historian. He's an amazing writer. Unfortunately, he's right in these. So these are the 48 laws of power. He illustrates them through history. Okay. And when I read this book, I hated him. I hated this book. I'm still disgusted at these rules. Honestly, it makes me puke. I hate humanity when I read this. But unfortunately, these are the dark powers of power, the dark rules of power. Unfortunately, you have to know them. If you want to survive and thrive in the corporate world, let's say, you have to know these. So make sure you read these so that you are not easily manipulated. Even if you won't use them, you need to be aware of them. I suggest don't use them because they will make you psychopath. If you use all of these, you will become a psychopath, right? But you need to be aware of them so that you are not easily manipulated by other people, especially those in power. Okay, so that's why I recommend this book. I included lots of puzzles as well. You can solve them at home, okay? So, richest people in the world, billionaires, $1 trillion club, how do they make billions, the Bezos empire, etc. But here are my messages. Be greedy about your learning. Read widely, read beyond disciplines. Use mental models. Imagination and asset creation are linked closely. So you need to create your own game. Establish a system of productivity, creativity. Search for novelty, variation. Your brain loves surprises, twists, unexpected things. Therefore, you need to create chaos, surprise in your life. When you are writing, write something unexpected. When you are spending your day, design your day for emergence, adventure, novelty. Do things that will scare you every day. Do at least one thing that will scare the shit out of you. One thing every day. Okay. So I'll finish up here. There are more programs that you can follow here. I included Charlie Brooker as well. He's a genius. He has this documentary. I uploaded them for you as well. How TV ruined your life. Watch them. It's amazing, funny. So I'll finish here. I'll see you tomorrow in the seminar. And on Thursday, we will do asset creation worksheet, activity 11 tomorrow and on Thursday. Okay? So I'll see you in the seminars. Thanks a lot for your patience. And next week, we will be concluding this semester. Okay? I'll see you in the seminar and then we will wrap up the whole thing next week, this semester. Okay? Thank you very much for your patience, everyone. Have a great week. Thank you.